Boom, 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 boom. So what's the deal with the good people? Back out here.
You feel me? Cheers, nigga. You hear me? Alright, vlog, I'm gonna tap in with y'all in 0.8 thousand seconds. Bye bye.
Yeah, so roll me up a cigar.
A good.
Gra gra boom.
What do you say? He said, I bought too many perks. I fucked that bitch. I couldn't come. God damn.
But overall,
Alright, this is
just pop the shit kicking game.
this is constructive. This is constructive conversations with big motherfucking tone and little motherfucking sex tape.
I mean, the two-turn podcast. Look at that.
Two turn, baby,
We
motherfucking.
TT.
She asked me what's in my cup. I said, mind your business.
Hello.
Oh shit, there's ants. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I'll live through it. It ain't on your side. I really just swiped them on this fucking. We boo. Like it. Shit, man. Where's actually I get the water? I'm just like I really don't care that much. I could live with it. That shit too hard, honestly.
Oh God. What's up?
Like there ain't no bad ones. They probably just get on this thing and fight or something.
Alright.
This is for you niggas, alright? So I don't know if you liking, comment, subscribing, streaming, paying for something, buying the brand. Y'all better do something. Cause if my legs look like Africa at the end of this, it's for y'all.
Okay. It's gonna be bit all up on this bitch. It's a hint of your cup.
In my shit.
We might have to. They done burnt out the schmat.
Alright, and I'm drinking them for you niggas. I'm like Steve will do it. God damn. Alright, what's been on your mind?
Yeah. So mainly just addressing and identifying what are the key points of scaling current operations. You feel me? Whether it's businesses I own or businesses and projects that I'm involved in. You know, really trying to automate everything. Also,
Explain what that means.
making things more optimized and autonomous, meaning running a little bit more on its own, creating more of a system, you know, for it to operate less and less without me physically, you know.
So focusing on delegation.
Exactly. What roles and tasks can I get, like you said, delegated so that I'm not spending my time in areas that aren't really required. I'm not the only person that can get that job done. You feel me? So really finding people that fit specific roles and shit like that. But also, you know, like we discussed before, rebranding everything. Not really starting from scratch with how I'm about to distribute things, but still running with the same businesses and things that I've been doing.
Names, etc.
You know, Hash Quarters, Hash Mob, Hash Agency, Big Motherfucking Tone, Hash, all those things. You feel me? So, and what about yourself? You feel me? Like, what you working on?
Alright, your boy been making these denim, locking,
Crazy.
making this shit fucking.
Gotta show them the pieces.
You see the goddamn the jeans. These are the personal pair. If somebody offered me enough, they can have it. But really just better shit. Fucking, I feel like, alright, it's been to give y'all a background. I ain't been in Vegas for like 5 years, and it's been cool. Fucking missed a lot of people.
That's where we at right now.
You feel me? We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. Really the home, the Mecca, the motherland, and all of that. I feel like, and I'll explain what I was doing, but I feel like how my mind was before was like, oh, I gotta be in LA, or I gotta be in Paris, or you just have these ideas of like getting out of where
Like
you
somewhere
come
else
from.
is perfect.
Yeah, and then you go see that the grass ain't greener. And there's stuff to fucking gain from all that shit, but it do feel good to come back.
It's
and
not necessarily easier anywhere.
Definitely not.
We still gotta try and figure certain shit out.
And it's like, in the reality, I feel like you shouldn't even leave until you fully optimize every opportunity that you can
As
with
much
the
as
people.
possible.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you get rubbed the wrong way, which I feel like I have been in the past. makes sense to do that shit, but maybe not for 5 years. Like maybe I should have just bopped there, bopped back, still kept in touch. Because then you come back and you're like, you know what I mean? You got to rekindle, and you know, some people you just pick up easy. Some people it's like
You feel like
you don't even know those people.
feel like certain relationships were just almost like left dead.
Yeah, or they feel like you left them for dead, and then it's like, you know, I wouldn't say there's animosity there, but it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, but those relationships weren't getting watered, basically. So
Right.
they're starting to lean
Got
to
it.
the side.
And so yeah, making better. Obviously, fucking the Mimu shit is a passion project, but I feel like the brand and focusing on that and getting people in that shit will give me more opportunity to have. Nigga, there's a firework.
I hear it. I didn't see it.
It was literally right there. There has to be another one coming. There's one. But yeah, just focusing on like the brand, building it. I made a fucking Hinge account because I was horny, and I was like, I just broke up with my girlfriend. I was like, you know, I need someone else. There's like a saying, like, how you get over somebody, you get under somebody else. So I was trying to do that, and then in the middle of my my coming down from being drunk, I got a moment of clarity, and then I hit up like 50 girls. That's crazy, honestly, on some like, you know what I'm saying? Like some university or whatever. But yeah, so I messaged all these girls, so y'all can take the swag. I feel like it's a good idea. If you're a fresh little, you know what I mean, you could get some shorties and all that type of shit. If you ugly, this probably ain't gonna work for you. But if you got some game and shit, then get on the dating site. If you don't want to pay for models, hit them up. Be like, yo, I think you cute. You also gotta flirt with them at first. Be like, yo, I think you sexy.
My boy did the 180. Flip the switch.
But exactly what I said. Copy and paste. So if any of the girls see it, I'm sorry and I love you. But I was like, oh, I think you're a major cutie. But besides hitting on you, I got this brand, and you know, go look at it. If you're down, you should model for it. Every single girl say yes. So go ahead and take that swag. But I think that's it. You know, just fucking. I want to delegate too. Like I feel like I'm doing all the screen printing for this shit right now.
Because that's what helps
You know
us
what I'm
level
saying?
up.
Yeah.
Is by finding some help.
Right. But I'm like, all right, let me just keep. Like,
It's still your idea that you came up with, but if we can find somebody else to help us make it, advertise it, X, Y, and Z, you feel me?
100%.
That just makes the system operate better.
But on some Nipsey Hussle mentality, like all money in, I'm like, let me go ahead and just do the work myself, get it out the way, get enough product in the fucking field, and then boom, when I'm ready, like hire somebody, pay them a salary.
Definitely not making no complaints or no excuses for ourselves.
Right.
Why we can't get shit done.
Right.
You know.
Just at first,
But
you know what I'm
knowing
saying?
that
Yeah.
eventually we have to already be planning, at least me,
Mm-hmm.
already be planning ahead for knowing like I'm gonna need some help. This shit gonna be big.
Yeah.
You know? So
Right.
figuring out like what is the type of help that I will be looking for, the type of people or personalities and traits of those type of people, and where I can go and find them. But yeah.
And try to keep it natural too, because it's like, obviously the money, like if I hire somebody, I'm gonna give you your money, but it's like I need to find people who that's like us when we're 16 years old, and you're just so hungry where it's like, bro, like I'm gonna fuck with you the long way to show me that look in your eyes. You know, a lot of people I can't really fuck with because they just be like half stepping in.
And that's what a lot of younger people don't understand. Like, just prove your worth. You ain't gotta pop your gums all day about what you did. And it's not even just young people, people in general.
Right.
It's like instead of talking about your accomplishments all the time, broadcast them, which is a form of talking, but let the work speak for itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that we're not always trying to sound like we're trying to convince somebody that we're of value,
Right.
other than letting them be exposed to the products and whatever we're putting out to the world, and letting them decide for themselves or taking in so much of it that they're like, I get it.
And I feel even like that goes into business, which is what we're focused on, but it goes into like even for like young niggas trying to get some girls, like bruh, if you convincing them, you know what I'm trying to say, like if you just gotta convince, you gotta keep saying like, oh, I'm him, it's like just be him, and I promise you they're gonna just fall anyways. Like
some advice when it comes for y'all little young niggas getting girls, just have something that you care about more than anything, and chase that before you chase anything else. You feel me? And trust me, the girls will fall right in line. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
And hopefully you listen, because I didn't. Like, people would tell me some game like that, and I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna still try to convince them. And then it took way too long, and then you figure it out. You're like, all right, cool. Let me just follow my dreams. You
me see. So you said that Beta is more of the brand that you want to push, and just to go off of that, like for you it would be Beta, for me it would be Hash Mob,
Right.
and then Mimu is more of your passion project.
Yep.
You know, like I got something to
And
say.
yours would be Ash.
Yeah, mine would be Ash.
Right.
So I'm like, that's definitely something I can relate on. Is it like a bittersweet thing, knowing like it's not even that I want to be so focused on building brands and businesses, but I do enjoy what I'm doing, and I'm trying to shape and develop them into being not necessarily commercial, but more shedding more light on them.
Yeah, I feel like it's like in reality, growing up, if you're not no trust fund baby and you're really out here trying to get it, it's like you gotta go in your head and be like, all right, am I gonna get this 9 to 5 or 9 to 12, whatever? Maybe you're an extra overtime worker, which I'm admirable of those people, but I know I ain't gonna listen to nobody. I know I'm just bad at that.
On me, because if
Period.
y'all don't know, I got 10 jobs and 10 businesses.
But you get to like, you know, you like, all right, I could deal with you or these people for a second. Now I'm over that shit for 20 minutes. Let me go do my shit over here. And
I call
you know
it
what I'm
I
saying?
call it leveraging.
And like that's what I think about the Beta shit. It's like, yeah, I know this will get eat up, and it's like I enjoy doing it and I like to see the results. But in the back of my head, I'm like, we supposed to be in Italy, painting in a warehouse, smoking splits, taking shrooms. It's like we're gonna get there anyways. But let me go ahead and step back and like not go get a regular. I'm not gonna go work at McDonald's, but I'm not saying nothing towards nobody.
We're taking this.
But you know what I mean? I'm still gonna do this. It's still work though. Like this is feels more like work.
Mm-hmm.
That's my middle ground. Like you feel me? We're gonna see.
I was saying like how you're trying, or what it sounds like to me. Yeah. You're using Beta, how I'm trying to use Hash Mob to leverage our other ideas and operations.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, to because those are something that's more for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll also help us gain capital.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And build a community or audience that we can leverage for future ventures.
Because it's digestible. Because it's like art stuff or just like, you know, video projects, any of that stuff. It's like there's not a fast turnaround. I see the long vision of those things, but I'm like, if I don't step back and just give something that's digestible, like like some people don't want to wear these big ass pants. Somebody just wants this. You know what I'm saying? But I like these big ass pants, and I would be stupid to not make this.
Something that requires
you know
less thought from the consumer.
Right.
You feel me? Something that's like, I can read that. I can understand the silhouette it's on. It's not so loud and obnoxious that I got to think like, damn, can I wear that with anything? Can I
feel that flagrant today?
Can I see myself in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely understand that.
But I still love it, you know. I don't, and I'm sure you still love Hash Mob, but there's just something about it where you're like, let me go ahead and compromise a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you have your own shit that you don't have to do that.
I'm in my compromising state when it comes to Hash Mob, knowing that I need to rebrand so that I can fulfill my previous or current audience's taste and what they like, while still gaining new people, because I have grown as a person. So the original, not necessarily the business model, but the original reason of maybe why I started the brand, you know, it kind of shifted and changed of how it was so focused on being kind of like a collective vibe, and it being like, I want them to see this like it's like a group. It's like, you know, we started off skaters, stuff
like Odd Future, like that's my inspo and shit like that.
I want it to be seen as organized and you know, bigger than me, which I still want it to be. But now I'm understanding, like, I've found and created through experience the definition for Hash Mob, other than in the past I thought I knew what it meant or how it made me feel. Now I really understand like the power and what Hash Mob really is and what it can stand for.
And it's like that nostalgic thing. It's like I look at it like, if you did watch, anybody who watched Odd Future coming up, it's like we're the Clancy. Like we're the person who finds the Tyler Creator. We are the Tyler Creator too, but it's like you got to play both of those roles. You can't just be.
You got to be a little bit of the consumer as much as the producer,
and just as much as the artist, the business nigga, which is like kind of hard when you enjoy being the artist. You know what I'm saying?
We see ourselves as the consumer.
Right.
We're not trying to forcefully, but we're creating and designing products for people like us. You know, it says this, and somebody, you know, a more conservative person who we might not necessarily identify with might see that as like, what the fuck is this kid wearing?
Yeah.
And somebody who's more relaxed or this and the third, more outgoing like ourselves, understands like it's not that deep.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. It's just an idea that I resonated with right then.
Exactly.
And even just this shit says, yes, I think I'm better than you. Some people will be like, oh, this narcissistic ass nigga. It's like, if it come off like that, I'm gonna sit in it. Like, cool, have fun. But where did that really come from to me? People coming up. I don't even feel like that no more. It made me feel not.
I got an idea. I don't know if you've used it already. You know, like that meme or that audio where it's like, my shoes better.
Yeah.
You gotta use that for like an ad or
100,000%. All those audios, I fuck with that shit. Oh, but what I was saying is like someone made me feel like, oh, I ain't whatever. It wasn't even today. It probably wasn't even recently. But to be honest, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the point. I'm trying to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like an affirmation when I look at myself, like, oh, I don't feel too good today. Yes, I think I'm better than you. Now that's gonna come off to just how you were saying, like a conservative person as I'm being a dick. It's like, if you take it like that, go eat it.
Yeah, because realistically, what people not understand is, like, I think I'm better than you is a statement, but at the end of the day, I'm not even thinking about you
At all. At all.
That's why I think I'm better than you. That's how I know I'm probably better than you.
Right.
You gonna convince yourself that I'm better than you. I don't even got to do the work. People out there will convince themselves that people that they watch or, you know what I'm saying, fall in love with their character or their content. They're gonna naturally assume that those people are better than them. That's what makes superstars. You know what I'm saying? And if we really want to be successful, people have to feel as if we're inaccessible, exclusive,
mysterious, rare, whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
And like, it's like you also, like, I ain't even gonna talk about my situation specifically, but I be around some niggas and I love them niggas, and then you be around some niggas and it's like they kind of fuck with you, but they ain't giving you the full like. You feel me? And it's like it's how you live and like how you work.
Those aren't the actions of somebody that fucks with somebody.
You feel me?
Like, you don't physically need to be necessarily doing shit for me, like praising me or all this extra shit, but you get what I mean. Like,
and in their head, it's like they're asking themselves, like, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with this fucking logo, but I'm sure you be around niggas and it's like, nigga, why you look like that? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you thinking in your head? It's like, in their head, they asking, like, you think you better than me? So it's like that. Like, I'm not thinking about you at all, but I'm gonna just put this here for niggas like that to go ahead and hear what I'm saying. And I feel like everybody needs that, especially for the people who don't feel grandiose. You know what I mean?
So this is some shit, obviously, you're trying to take global. Like, what's some things you see yourself doing with the Better brand specifically? Like, you see like a collaboration. Like, who you see yourself collaborating?
Who I see yourself collaborating?
Just want to make sure it can hear us. Bird and airplane. Give us 5 seconds.
I thought it was a different type of bird. Talking about the ghetto boy. But so like the whole idea is like, all right, boom. Better stands for be everything that they aren't. Right? And my whole idea is like, all right, if I got to do Supreme or Cause or anybody I look up to, whoever it is, it's like I want to be able to have my own little entity, but if someone does let me into their thing, I don't even have to do anything besides they know that I had something to do with this. So let's say it's Gucci. I'm not gonna fully design the Gucci stuff unless it was like a Mimu thing. You feel me? All I'm gonna do is Gucci, but better. So it's like if I'm a part of it, because you'll see that in the visuals, you'll see that in the models that are picked, you'll see that in the other things around it. It doesn't even have to be the design aspect. I'm just saying if I'm there, it's better. Because I showed it.
That's another thing you do too. Go get some designer pieces. Just the better on top of
Balenciaga. I already did the Supreme
one.
One.
That's the first one that was already in my head.
Balenciaga. I would love to. And like the craziest thing, like Ass Pizza. I love Ass Pizza. Like that nigga's so hard. Always looked up to this fool. And he did like they didn't give him the okay, but he just got the Supreme box logo and put it 3 times. Like it was a triple box logo. And then they literally gave him that collab because he was able to steal it, not get a cease and desist, still market it, everyone liked it, and then now he gets all that money off of it just because he made the idea.
That's right.
So I could even go up to a store like on some Mimu shit, nigga with the mask on and Supreme and just get a big ass stencil. Like I'm probably gonna go to jail, that's fine, but like someone who's really a creative in those companies are gonna be like, we should probably fuck. I don't know who, I don't know when.
Especially because the brand itself will have more than just that.
Yeah.
It's like they'll understand the story behind it,
Right.
you know, or they'll see the work that's been put in behind it as well to know that it's not just something random. Niggas just tagging over a beat.
Yeah.
You know.
And then, to ask the same question. What's your dream collaborations? How would you like implement Hesh Mob with other companies that you fuck with, etc.?
I mean, I realistically never sit down and take the time to think about who I would want to collaborate with when it comes to being a brand or a business. But there are obviously people that I would definitely do business with. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's hard to say for me with Hesh Mob. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't have a solid answer for that one. But obviously, like some Supremes or collaborating with artists. You know what I mean? There's people I want to collaborate with. Like, what's one? Shit. On the spot. Trying to think. Because like I said, it's not something I really just be. Yeah, I definitely need to collab with them. But I don't know right now. There's just so many people I respect and follow.
Yeah.
It would be a hard decision. Like, I would want to collab with somebody that's not known and somebody that's super popular. You know what I mean? Just based upon me liking their work. You know what I mean? Not even the rest of the world. Like maybe I'm showcasing somebody that I really fuck with to the rest of the world. You know, other than a collaboration, I definitely see myself doing like some licensing, like how I did my BMW inspired stuff, the HMW Hesh Mob for a while, like something like that. That would go crazy, like how kids collab with BMW and shit like that. Like, yeah, like give me a BMW collab, give me something stupid.
Hell
you know what I mean?
And when you say that, I think of Rocky. I think it was Mercedes.
Okay,
Is it Mercedes? That shit was
Rocky,
hard.
Brent Fires.
I fuck with that. I love Brent Fires. That shit hard too.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. What else? But also, like, let me say this. I mean, it's not really a topic, but I do want to say it. It's like, I feel like a lot of people with the business, brands, etc. It's like, please don't make a brand if all you care about is money. And not because if you can make some money, then you could just run your bag up. Like, do that shit for sure. Like, if you have like 1,000 kids at high school who love you, like, go get the money. But like, don't think that like it's going to last if you don't love that shit. Like,
100%.
like I'm not mad that I'm not a billionaire.
Not even
off
just
this
clothing.
shit. Anything, art, music, anything. You know what I mean? Because it's like the people who last, even like a good reference would be like Babyface Ray. Them niggas been doing that shit for 10 years.
Feel free to experiment and try new things,
right?
But don't necessarily feel as if you have to be taken serious with everything. Figure out if you really want to take something serious.
And like, I get it. Your homie does this, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it. It's like, but I be looking at shit. I be like, I'm not trying to come off as in any hate in any way, but I'm also be like, are you confused that it's not working if you don't love it? And it's because it's like if you do love it, you're just gonna do it anyway. I don't care if I got $0
And remember
you know
too,
what I mean?
just because you like something doesn't mean you should start a business around it.
Right.
Because once you turn your hobbies into businesses, you might lose the passion and the love you have for them. So definitely keep that in mind.
Just because you like it does not mean you love it. And what you love, you can't, like, my pops always told me, like, you're not a writer until you can't not write. Like, you're not a musician until you can't not whatever. And I take breaks and all that shit, but you know, if there's no, that bug doesn't come back around and tell you like go get into the studio or go make a design, then like that, you don't love that thing. You just have an interest for it.
Yeah, now is the time.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't do things when I don't feel like doing them.
Me neither.
I don't go make music when I don't feel like making music. Like niggas be like, let's freestyle. I don't freestyle, nigga.
Right.
I rap when I feel like rapping over a beat and recording that bitch and having that memory forever.
Right. Because it's
Ain't
the feeling.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with freestyling, but I've already associated myself with. When I feel like rapping, I wanna go to the studio. When I feel like making clothes, I'm finna make some shit right now. I feel like making an art piece, finna make it right now.
Because the bug goes away. I don't care if you Basquiat or whoever the fuck. Like, just because we see these people in their grandiose moments, like, sometimes them niggas is doing drugs. Sometimes them niggas is fucking hoes.
Sometimes they're just out the way doing nothing, figuring out life and getting inspired again, or not even getting. Or this is the thing people don't realize too. Like a lot of great things come from pain and discomfort, and you know the things that people don't really want to face.
100%.
So it'll be a time where you're just not in the mood. And like how you just mentioned before, randomly you get that energy shift like, nah, nigga, it's that time. Like, I'm ready. Like,
and you gotta attack right then.
And a lot of people don't understand because you start moving kind of sporadically, very like, nigga, now. You feel me? But it's all right if they don't understand. You keep that energy and you just keep it going. You feel me? Like, when you feel it, you feel it. When you don't, you don't. You feel me? And it's very hard to do something you don't care about or love. You feel me? Same thing with a job. How hard is it to sell something that you do not believe in? Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? It's easier to advertise or introduce people to something new that you actually support and love or care about. You feel me?
And don't give a fuck about being one thing. Like, I know that I'm a painter or some shit, but I'm like, nigga, if I want to rap tomorrow, I've had this fucking problem my whole life. Like, I'm like, nah, but I gotta be Basquiat, so I ain't gonna make no music. Even though I love it. Even though,
we feel like based upon we feel as if based upon the image we've created right now.
It's your prison.
That like we feel like people won't respect it, or not even respect it, because I don't even care about that. It just feels like I feel like I'm throwing something at people randomly and they won't be able to digest it how I need them to because they see me doing so many other things.
Because we're worried about the results.
Exactly.
But it's like, it should be coming from a love or like an interest. Like you know what I mean? Because like if you make something that you're not interested, if I wouldn't put these on today and you bought them, I'd feel bad. Like if I wouldn't wear, like you wearing that shit.
100%.
If you wouldn't wear it, nigga, don't sell that to nobody. Otherwise, you're gonna gonna catch up to you. Everyone's gonna see that. Like why are you wearing Banana Republic when you have a brand?
That's that money hungry shit.
You know?
And then I know, actually, I'm glad that you said that. Like how you said, why are you wearing Banana Republic when you have a brand? I ain't got no problem with you wearing other people's brands. It's cool, support shit.
Right.
But this is the something we definitely gotta address. I'm tired of people creating brands, running up a bag, and then going right back to being a full-blown consumer and spending all their earnings that they make off of their own creations on the next nigga.
Louis and
exactly. It's always.
I love Louis though,
brand.
but you get where I'm coming from.
And don't get me wrong, we're all gonna do it.
Right.
But it's like
overly.
Don't
you just spent. You got 100 bands to get 100 bands worth of someone else's shit. Like, what do you mean?
It's like there's this dude I fuck with on YouTube. I ain't even gonna mention his name, and I fuck with his content like a motherfucker. But he has a brand that makes a lot of money. They make like millions of dollars a month, right? Clothing company. And his whole persona, which I still respect, I understand why, is him more in other people's shit that will be associated with wealth other than his own stuff. And obviously when niggas be in like those e-com and drop shipping and all that type of spaces, like I get it. Like y'all not necessarily selling products that you care about. You're selling products that you know, or not even just merch. Y'all selling things that you know are more of this is going to sell. I'm not wasting my time or advertising something that I don't think people will buy. It's not necessarily about me, and I respect that. But in the real world,
that's disingenuous.
It's crazy like that you would create something and you're not even really seen wearing these things. Don't get me wrong, this person I'm speaking about, they do wear their stuff, but overall, they're more showing designer, this, that, and the third, to aspire or to inspire people to achieve higher heights in life. And I get why they're doing it, because that's all that y'all care about. You feel me? It's like, yeah, we can get popping off our shit. Y'all can fuck with our shit. You know what I'm saying? Be diehard fans, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, niggas still gonna value what we categorize as designer as the top tier. When top tier is whatever the fuck you like the most. It ain't about what costs the most. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It ain't about what who got the most attention. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck does that attention mean?
Right. Because it's gonna fade anyways.
Exactly.
It's like
everybody has their time.
And you could have multiple times if you love what you're doing. It's like that's what I'm saying with the brand thing. It's like,
and it's okay.
It wasn't even,
ain't a hit.
you know what I mean? And it could be later on. Sometimes you just don't have the funds to back the commercial that would have made that product correct.
And niggas gotta peep that as well. I was watching something today about Telfar.
I love that shit.
Telfar came out in 2005. It is 2024.
And it didn't hit till 3 years ago.
Yeah, but he dropped those bags in 2014. So those bags have even been on a 10-year run. Like, it takes some time to really establish yourself and understand that people keep seeing results and instant gratification, but that's also like yes, everybody, we've all sold some shit. And we've
Mhm.
also not sold some shit. But that what people not talking about is like, there's levels to this shit. Yeah, you might have sold tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, but it's like there's levels. And
Someone's
levels.
making $1 million.
Exactly.
So don't
And
let your nuts hang or be
Yeah,
like
and
unhumble.
and it's
or
not to
whatever.
compare ourselves to these people, but it's also just to keep our eyes open. Like, nigga, there's more out there. We're not done. There's more I can collect. There's more I can give to the world. You feel me? So don't get lost up in this stuff.
Right. That nigga having a good day. That nigga whistling. Nah, you're right. I don't know, because I always have this idea in my head, like that it's more of a recent word that or sentence people have been using. It's like the market is saturated. It's like, yeah, the market is saturated with a bunch of shit that fucking people don't care about. But the market is never going to be saturated too much for a product that you like that. There's always going to be, because at the end of the day, let's say you make a brand, let's say you really like this shit, you really like fashion, you really, let's say you, from my experience, the reason I made a brand is I couldn't always afford all the coolest shit. So I'm gonna make the coolest shit to where I'm gonna convince you that it's the coolest shit. So if I'm wearing it, at least I got that. If I ain't got the Louis, if I ain't got the whoop de whoop, I got this shit. And if I can make that shit cool enough, then it's something to fucking care about. You don't need 10,000 people to buy your
Not at
brand.
all.
If you got 100 people and you can sell some $200 product a month, you're
And but-
rich.
And
like,
the best thing I got from what you just said right now, though, is
Yeah.
the number one thing is that you and me alike, we are our biggest fucking advertising campaign and influencer.
Mhm.
We are the motherfucker that's out there convincing niggas.
Mhm.
We're literally convincing people through our confidence of what we're creating that they should fuck with it.
and
Plain simple.
that's the real but that's the shit that I like.
You know what I mean?
And those are the people I want my shit. I don't want to be like, you remember Obey used to be the coolest shit. Diamond, coolest shit. And like, obviously if you could make $100 million, go get it and go make something else. That's cool. I'm not mad at none of that. But the moment where it gets like, not overhyped, but starting to die, your thing can only start to die once you sell out. What you should sell out your products 100%, but they should be selling out to people who are like you, who are have similar interests.
Mhm.
Like, I want the grandma down the street to wear better, but do I like? Am I living for that? No. Like, I'm not.
Or is
you know
that
what
the
I'm saying?
target audience that I'm advertising towards?
No.
No.
So if it happens, cool.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Because I said that the last time we talked. I'm like, I be selling hella clothes to people's parents. I'm assuming they have a younger person in mind who could wear this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I had to persuade them as well
Right.
for them to even believe that to be a fact.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
I think about that shit a lot.
You know, man.
But it's like, yeah. For instance, like someone would be like, "Yo, I want to buy your merch." I don't want to sell it to somebody who says that. It's not because they did anything wrong, but like, this is fashion to me. This is
These are
a piece. You know what I mean? Like, some people make brands for merch, whatever that means. I don't know if I'm overly thinking that, but like, you know what I'm saying? I really love it, so it's like it gets me kind of bummed
This
out
isn't
when people try to
merchandise.
write it off. Like, you know, there's a difference between drop shipping and drop shipping, if that makes sense. Some people get products manufactured and get it sent to somewhere. That is quote unquote drop shipping. But if you made the design, if you like it, you love it, then that means something to me.
You're
And then
talking-
there's niggas who's like Amazon BFA or whatever. Like,
Or-
that's
no,
a different
you're talking
thing.
about. He's talking about a term in something I know in the cannabis industry. It's called white labeling.
Yeah.
And it's not just in the cannabis industry, but
Yeah.
it's also like me taking this plain hoodie and instead of me putting artwork on top of it,
Yeah.
it's me changing the tag and calling it mine.
Yeah.
There's
no love
It's
there.
us having this vape or
Yeah.
this mirror or this flower,
Yeah.
and not changing anything, but just calling it ours.
Obama
now.
runs now.
You know what I mean?
It's just some OG cuz.
Exactly. Just literally slapping your name on top of somebody else's finished work. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Get
you
money. But like, I don't respect that shit at all. Not in the way artistically. I do monetarily.
That's not a brand. That's
It's
not,
not
a
a
business.
brand.
That's not a. That has
That's
a-
merch.
Yeah.
That's what that word means to me. You know.
That's a money grab.
Yeah. Which is fine. I do shit like that too. But it's not gonna have my actual things I love associated with me.
But I can respect
You know.
those companies or owners that do that, and they do form communities around it and allow a space for people that have whatever type of interests that are intrigued by their products. I can respect that,
Right.
you know. But a lot aren't doing that type
A lot
of
of them. And I think it all matters like where are you coming from? And I don't mean the hood. I don't mean pain, none of
Yeah.
that. But it's like wherever you're coming from, if you can tell me where you're coming from, I can tell you where you're going. I don't know how long it's gonna take you to get there.
Yeah.
Whatever. So it's like the things I feel like that last. Like Supreme did not start as this thing that everyone and their mama wears. Supreme is a skateboard brand.
They started off just like the rest of us.
That no one liked for a while. They had to give it away to 1,000 people. They didn't try to get in the rap shit. They didn't try to get into nothing like or sell their products because they were all skaters out just filming, just like us. And then everyone was like, "Oh, how come all these skaters fool has this thing? I'm interested. Let me come into it." And I feel like if you do that, no matter what it is, I don't care if you're on some rap shit, I don't care if you're on some whatever the fuck. If you genuinely focus on your niche, then it'll last forever. Like Stussy's still cool to me, at least, because when I was buying it, I knew where it came from. All these other little things where you could make a good logo, but if I can't understand where you're coming from, I don't care.
Stussy is a good company to bring up because they have a core audience, and they have a core audience who was brought through a few different niches, but that core audience grew with the brand, and as the audience got older, Stussy kind of almost got more mature. It went from t-shirts to cut and sew pieces and stuff like that. You feel me? So
and you gotta be patient too, because it's like there's people who will buy shit from me. It's like it's the same people, some of them at least, not majority, but the people who spend the most money on my shit is someone I was around when I was 16 and they couldn't afford my $40 shirt. But I could drop a $200-300 pair or whatever the fuck, or a $500 painting or some shit, and they gonna fuck with me because they got a better job now. They da-da-da. And if you you know what I mean?
They've elevated with you.
You feel me? And then they gonna fuck with it. So it's like don't ever push somebody away because they not able to whatever the fuck. It's like they might love your shit, and you got to give them time just like you got to get time of being making your shit better.
And that's why I feel like for me, Hesh Mob ain't as skate centric so more.
Right.
Because I still skateboard every once in a while. I'm still active, still supporting all that shit. But that's just not where my life is right now. Like I'm not so focused on that side of things, or even trying to pursue that level of business anymore. I'm not done with it, but
you also paid your dues there.
Exactly.
So it's not like you just stepping into this world and be like, I got skateboards. It's like, nigga,
I've shaped more of my
filming
own.
since you were 12.
I've built more of my own identity, and it's not just a skateboarder, and it's not just a businessman, not just a rapper, not just a designer, creative, whatever. It's like there's so many things. I no longer want to be limited to one box. You feel me? And that's the beauty and growth, like identifying it, and then that's why I'm focused on that rebrand. You feel me? So it's like the people have been able to grow with me. I'm sure some of these people used to buy my stuff years ago, or shit, high schoolers,
or just couldn't. Maybe seen your shit. You never met them in your life, but they
100%.
heard about you because the other homie, you gave it to him for free, but he couldn't get one for free because
me. But
you know
now,
what I mean?
but now it's their turn,
and now he got the money for it, so he gonna come to you first. And it's like I think that shit matters more than I don't care if you make $1 million in a day. Good job, nigga. But if it's not, if you ain't chipping me 20 bands, what the fuck does it do to me? Like, good job, go crazy. I don't need the 20 bands, but I'm just, you get where I'm coming from. Like, that's the difference between a brand, a community, a legacy to be built versus merch. Or I have this, I'm on acid idea, and you kind of are into it, and you're 1 foot in it. No, I'm a win or lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna lose with this shit. I don't care if if I do my whole life and it don't go where I want, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna go like that, but I would be happy losing at this shit.
Because I would make this shit for me anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
It is what it is. But yeah, man, I think this was a good little conversation. You feel me? This was a what do we call it? A constructive conversation. You feel me? Something that people got to start having more with their peers and their loved ones. You feel me? People you respect, people you fuck with, whatever. However you view these people. But yeah, it's time for more constructive conversations so we can address what we're working on. You feel me? Address where we're trying to get, so that it's not just thoughts in our heads and we feel like we're going crazy or just thinking about shit. We can express these things to people, live up to them, get reminded. You feel me? Just
Like, you're not the only one thinking like this, little bros.
Yes, on me, because we're older than the average nigga y'all gonna see on TikTok, this, that, and that. They're like, we ain't old, but we're older than the average nigga who's trying to start a clothing company. You feel me? If niggas are pushing our age trying to start clothing companies, they're probably learning from fucking 18, 19-year-olds on fucking TikTok.
And I am too.
You know? No,
y'all be killing this.
100%. 100%. But that's the thing is, I'm saying, like, they're learning from a younger audience that doesn't necessarily have any experience to tell them based upon
trials and tribulations.
Exactly, trials and tribulations, like making it, not making it, or not even that, but just like, you know,
the idea of whatever that means, anyways.
Exactly.
Because there's another level, anyways. So it's like we probably made it 50 times, and then you get there and you're like, well,
no cap. Because I've dropped hundreds. I've literally dropped hundreds of pieces.
Right.
You feel me? Hundreds of silhouettes, hundreds of colorways, skateboards, clothes, hats, pants. I've even sold other people's shit. I've carried fucking damn near 500 SKUs. You know? So, yeah, but that's been a constructive conversation. It's your boy Big Motherfucking Zone.
Lil Sex Tape.
And you know where to find us, man.
Oh,
me.
Motherfucking Big Motherfucking Tone on the gram. Hash Mob LLC.
On me.
I'm not making a website.
Yeah,
If
might
you
as
know
well
me,
check
you
out
could.
the fits while we're here.
Yeah, go crazy.
You know. So, I don't know Erica's shoes, but I know you just set up. Alright, so I got that ash. It's like a 1 or 3 or something.
You see it.
3 one. I don't even remember how many of them I made. But yeah. Then I got some pants I copped in LA. These
Yes,
bitches
sir.
comfy. Then you know I'm rocking these what these is, them little 70s Converse, but
Yes, sir.
these the undefeated Jones. You know.
We
My
got
boy
the-
right here.
Got the goddamn. I made these because I bought some little bullshit Goodwill shoes, dipped them in some paint, better pants, better shirt. That's about it.
Straight like that, man. Until next time.
God damn!